Cafe, serving up a chat about wholesome video games.
This is a live recording of our podcast, The Petal Cafe. Feel free to chat and emote and discuss. If you have a question or comment you'd like us to read out, please @ us at The Petal Cafe. We'll do our best to read and acknowledge your questions and comments at the end of the show. We regret, however, it might not be possible to include them all. If you submit something, please 1. Keep it clean, we're PG. 2. Keep it kind, we're inclusive. And 3. Know that your username might be read out loud. Thank you for being here. Hi,
Cookie.
Biscuit. Hi.
I think we're a little excited.
We are.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Cookie?
Oh, not bad. How about you?
Yeah. It's been good.
Yeah.
I've got some good news in my life, and all the things, and I'm very excited. And yeah.
I had a birthday this week, and
Oh, that's right. That's the other thing I was going to talk about. Happy birthday, Cookie!
well, thank you. It was lovely. Chilled, but lovely. And I'm hoping by this time next year we can actually have like a delayed party.
That'd be cool.
I want to go to Wonderland.
Your gift is on its way.
Yay! Presents.
From the States.
Ooh.
So yeah, you're gonna die because I died.
Awesome. That's always a good sign.
Yeah.
If you're like, ooh, then I'm likely to be, ooh.
Yeah. No, totally. It's a thing. It's gonna be a thing.
Excellent.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Yay!
So, Biscuit, why are we called the Petal Cafe?
Yeah. We're called the Petal Cafe because we love to imagine the before times, the pre-calamity times, when we would sit down at a coffee shop with our friends and chat over a hot drink and a pastry. We aim to recreate that feeling while we keep that conversation going. Today, we get to continue that conversation while we talk about Figment!
Woot, Figment.
Here at the Petal Cafe, we believe that anyone can be a capital G gamer.
See, you're doing it now, too.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Capital G gamer.
It's so hard to say. Even if you're not into esports, the first-person shooters, although those are still totally valid. We spend our precious downtime adventuring, exploring, building worlds, and appreciating games that give us cozy vibe. If you know us, you know that we started with Animal Crossing, but there's so much more out there. Grab a cup of your favorite bevy and settle in while we poke around the wholesome world of video games.
Hi, so I'm Cookie. I'm a variety streamer focusing on Nintendo and indie gems, mostly of the wholesome kind. I've got 2 quite vocal cats who you might hear sometimes on the stream. And I also do art journaling. I often stream on Wednesdays and Sundays at C Cookie Land, and have recently been playing some demos. And who else? What knows? What else? Who knows? And I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so that's me. Might be a little loopy.
We're scoozing Cookie.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, friends. I'm Biscuit. I'm also a variety streamer. I play Nintendo and PC games. I have a vegan artisan soap shop. My shop is called Terrene Suds. And I will. Do we have that command?
We do.
Is it shop?
Soap. Exclamation point soap. Same as it is on my stream.
There we go. Okay. I think it's soap on my stream as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And my dog is Petal, and she's an 8-year-old Chihuahua, and you can find me on twitch.tv/biscuittpc.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to have to be right back for a second, because I think I forgot to switch files. So I think are we on the Petal Cafe?
Yeah.
Yes, right?
We are.
Okay. Why did OBS?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to digress for a moment here.
Okay.
in this podcast. OBS is like confusing the crap out of me because of the fact that I went from Streamlabs where you had to log out and log back in. But OBS has profiles. So like I switched to the Petal Cafe profile and I'm like, everything is there. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to log in places, and I always think I've forgotten something.
Valvin wants to know if you're typing in the right chat.
Probably not.
Are you in the Petal Cafe? Because we're streaming on the Petal Cafe.
I should be. Hang on. Let me find the view docs chat. I have 2 chats.
Oh.
That's the problem. I have 2 chats.
Lovely.
Okay.
Well, Valvin did the soap shout out, so it's all good.
Thank you, Valvin. I was like, where is is he talking? Like, I mean, I have 2 chats, which is why I was so confused, by the way.
Technology is hard, okay? Go. Like, we pretend it isn't. Well, I don't.
No. Technology is hard.
Technology is hard. There are a lot of plates to spin, especially when you're doing other things like streaming and gaming and chatting and modding and recording a podcast and
doing a full-time job. And
oh wait, that's not the full-time job? Oh.
Whoops. So here's the thing. Yeah, so I was like looking at the overlay. I'm like, why can I not see this chat going on? This is why I was very confused. Oh. Very confused, Biscuit. Okay. So I'm gonna go back.
Okay.
My dog. I have a dog. Her name is Petal. She is an 8-year-old Chihuahua, and yeah, that's everything about me.
That's not everything about you, but
well, there's a lot of things.
There's a lot more to Biscuit than just hi. I'm a streamer. I have soap and a dog. But it's a good elevator speech.
Well, you can come to my stream to get to know me better.
Yeah, you sure can.
So,
yeah.
So we're going to jump into the news of the Wholesome Games world.
I like me some news.
And we have some really exciting stuff coming up.
Yeah. Tell me more.
So right now we have the Steam Next Fest going on. That's from October. Oh, hang on. Actually, no, not yet. Not yet. You get this.
Okay, so here's the thing about Next Fest. How do I find it? Because it's not when I just go to the Steam store.
It should be.
Oh, I tried that.
Because when you go to the when I go to the Steam store, let me go to the Steam store. It was the first thing on my list. Oh yeah, there it is. It's a banner about. So you got the WB publisher.
Yeah.
And you have the other thing I'm going to talk about, which is Tokyo Game Show 2021 online. And then you have the Next Fest.
Oh. Okay. Sure.
Or you could get the link that Valvin just put in chat.
How about I do that?
Thank you, Valvin.
Okay, so if I go to the website.
You go to the website, you're going to be on the Steam site.
But in the actual application, it's not showing up. It's very strange.
Oh, weird.
Very strange.
Because it shows up on mine.
Oh, well, aren't you special?
Sorry,
that was catty. I apologize. I told you I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Wow. Oh, God.
So it's running from October 1st to October 7th, which so Next Fest has a bunch of demos of games that are coming out. One of those games was the demo for Figment 2, which we're going to talk about a little later.
Cool.
Garden Path. There's Bywar, the Legend of the Dragon Slayer, which there's over 100 game demos on this thing, and there are different genres and stuff like that. So I picked a few out. Bywar, the Legend of the Dragon Slayer, is like Monster Hunter and Breath of the Wild combined with a really amazing art style.
Okay.
Jars. I was watching the demo and then play the demo. It reminds me of Don't Starve.
Okay. I haven't played Don't Starve, but I hear it's good.
I hear it's good. So Robbed Riches is a logic puzzle that requires you to complete the puzzles to get the riches. You're like an archaeologist.
Okay.
And then Little Gator Game. This is the one that Valvin sent to me. And I thought you would really enjoy this game, Cookie. It's like Breath of the Wild, but not.
It does look adorable.
If that makes
it really does.
any sense at all.
You're a little gator.
It is. You are a little teeny gator, and you are just want to hang out with your sister, and you don't get to because she's now a grown up. So you get to go around and help all these people, and it's really adorable.
Yep.
And then there's one called Witchwood, which is a little RPG that I'm really excited to try out.
It's on my wish list.
Abby and the Soul. I forgot why I liked that one. I didn't write anything down. I think I downloaded the demo and forgot to write something in there. So, and then The Last Campfire.
Yeah.
I have played this game. It is on our list.
It is. I have
a list of review. It is so good. If you have not played the demo, or you have the chance to play the demo of the little campfire, The Last Campfire. I keep wanting to call it the Little Campfire. It's The Last Campfire. It is the sweetest. I cried. It's like so many feelings. It hits you in the feels kind of game.
I just looked up Abby and the Soul. So it's early access and the demo is out, and it comes out in November. Abby's a girl who wakes up lost without memory on a magical island, but finds a small celestial light that accompanies her on this wonderful adventure of love and friendship to discover the mystery of the island and recover your memories. That is my jam. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think that's why I did it. I put it in there because I'm like, this is a cookie game. I can usually tell what games are cookie games and what you know what I mean? I can usually tell.
Is it adorable and story focused? Probably cookie.
Yeah. So then there's Figment 2, Creed Valley, which is my jam. Yeah. So excited for this.
It's my jam too. Don't get me wrong. We'll get We'll get there though.
Aspire, In His Tales. Now I've forgotten why I liked that one too.
Pro podcasters, guys. Pro podcasters.
Yeah. Honestly, I was really tired when I did this too.
Yeah, it's been that kind of week.
It's a side-scrolling. It's a side-scroller.
Okay.
That's why. It's a side-scroller. It's a little platformer that I thought was super adorable. And I really wanted to try it out. Then there's Whisper. Whisper is... It's like an open world exploration game.
Okay.
Oh, Aspire, In His Tales reminded me of Child of Light.
Okay.
That's why I liked it, because it was beautiful. I thought you might like it as well.
Yeah.
Whisper is a little open world exploration game. You go and collect things. It's kind of like Breath of the Wild, but without the fighting.
Okay.
So that's the best way I can put it. Then there's Garden Path, which you are...
I backed them on Kickstarter, so you can better believe I'm playing that.
Then there's Door 3. Let me just look that one up. I forgot why I wanted that one. It was a puzzle game, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Because I love puzzle games so much. If it's a puzzle game, my brain's like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I really like those.
You get Witcher vision.
I don't know what that means.
I think he's talking about Door 3, and now I can't remember. Where'd my Steam go? Oh, there it is. Door 3. It's on my wish list. Oops. And also, yes, looking things up like this.
In real time.
Real time. So it's an abandoned world
Mm-hmm.
where symbols have such an impact on a person's fate. Yeah, this is a puzzle game. Like it's a full-on like immersed world puzzle game.
Right.
Oh, Whisper.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Whisper. You get Witcher vision to help you find the wisps.
Okay.
Yeah, Whisper looks so good. It looks so good.
There's a game on that isn't on this list that totally goes with the puzzling and simming vibe that we love called Lonesome Village. That demo is also out in Next Fest.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long list to go through.
Yeah.
I probably missed some. That's the other question too. How do you choose like which ones to put on the list, you know?
Yeah, it's the ones we're most hype about. It's completely subjective. I mean, it's not like we have to present a well-rounded view of, all video games ever. That's not what
This
we're
is true.
So
this is true. So then the last thing from Next Fest you had written down there.
No,
it's not really Next Fest.
What's Door 3?
Door 3 is the puzzle game.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
It's like the immersive puzzle game.
Yeah, the last thing on the list I had written down is that we got news of last week. I was talking about the update coming for Cozy Grove and how they were waiting for approval on all platforms before they pushed it. So now we've got a release date of October 8th for all of that goodness. And I just wanted to share.
Oh, that's exciting.
Cozy Grove. So update from last week.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I haven't played Cozy Grove in a long time. I really should get back into it, but it's one of those games where like if you don't touch it for a while, you can go back and you haven't really missed anything.
No, except some of these things are a little bit seasonal, so it's good to check in.
You mean kind of like Animal Crossing is a little bit seasonal?
Yeah, but I can't time travel in Cozy Grove, so I mean there's that.
That's true. That's true.
I mean,
so the other thing that's happening.
Go.
The other thing that's happening this weekend is the Tokyo Game Show at home. It started on Friday. So Thursday. Started on Thursday, September 30th, runs till today. And it is like updates and releases of all the games that are like coming out in Japan currently. And Valve had said Corone and Miko played the new River City Girls 2 at the game show the other day. Corone and Miko are VTubers. So they have a bunch of videos online. You can check them all them out for new games that are coming out. There's a special thing if you own an Oculus or other VR interface, you can immerse yourself in the game show environment. There is also a standard app for Mac and PC. And there's a smaller virtual space on smartphones and browsers. And VTubers are going to join throughout the weekend.
Now,
are we picnic or is it just me?
What does VTubers actually refer to?
Where we picnic?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I do not.
I don't know what that means either.
Sorry, Valvin, we don't know what that means.
A VTuber is a virtual user. So if they use an overlay, it's a character that is set up so that it mimics their eye movements, their arm movements, stuff like that.
Right.
Yes, we're on the New York server. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
We're back.
That was fun. So,
are we still on Zencastr?
Oh yeah, we've been on Zencastr the entire time.
Lovely.
Yeah, I just gotta delete that.
Okay, cool.
It's fine. So, if you don't know, and you are a Twitch streamer, Twitch will, if you have an automatic, Twitch will just put you on whatever server is least busy, I guess the best way to put it. And the problem with that is the fact that that sometimes is a server that's like way out in California, or like basically across the world, which is problem.
That can be problem.
This is problem. And in that case, we were going across the world and then coming back. So I switched us to the New York server, and that's the only one. That's one we're going to stay on now.
Okay.
So it won't. We should not have problems going forward.
Okay. Lovely.
And yeah, we're not dropping frames like we were. So
excellent. Yeah, that's an awful long way to go just to be in your ears.
Right.
Latency is much better.
See,
now,
like I said,
so
right.
Great.
Yeah, I'm looking at 2.8% frame drops, which is actually not bad. So
good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yay, fixing.
So, yay. So this is the problem that a couple of our streamer friends actually had recently, where their streams were just dropping, freaking out. Nothing was working. It was just like crash on them. Turns out they were all on automatic.
Oh.
As soon as they fixed themselves to the New York server, problem solved.
Because that's then the closest one to them.
That's then the closest one to them. Okay. Yeah. Because they are on the eastern United States. Right. So.
Well, I will rely on you after this to tell me how to do that.
Yeah, I will tell you how to do that. So, back into our regularly scheduled program.
Already in progress.
Thank you, Valwyn. So Tokyo Game Show at home. Last day is today. Go check it out. I checked out a little bit. It looks really fun.
Now, I mean, when I think Japanese game show, I think of Japanese game shows. So I assume this isn't that.
It's like games that are coming out in Japan, VTubers, stuff like that. It's basically a convention, but there's not a lot of people because the world situation.
There's this pandemonium happening.
Pandemonium. Yeah. So, yeah, that's fun.
Cool.
But you can see it online, which is really cool. I thought it was really neat that the last 2 years they've been doing giving it to the people online, so you can still experience it, especially if you have an Oculus or a VR system.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so this has been the news of the week.
And how to fix your Twitch server.
Shall we get into the game we're looking at this week?
Yeah, so this week's game is Figment, and I have things. Like, you have no idea. I've set up so many different things. There we go.
I am excited about this.
This is a game that I played. Oh. There we go. Let me turn it down a little bit. I need to monitor how loud it is.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, I had to turn it down. I didn't realize I didn't have it on monitor. So I couldn't hear it. And it was so loud. I just want it in the background. So the game we're talking about is Figment. It's a very... I bought this game because it looked interesting.
Yeah.
It is a puzzle game with some little action sequences, which I love. I had no idea what to expect going into this game. I bought it, and then
was that it's supposed to take place in the mind.
Yeah.
And that you're going on a quest to do something.
Yep.
And the art
that is
really
accurate.
Cute.
And that's the other reason why I bought it, because I really like the art.
Yeah.
I thought the art style and everything was just such a neat, and it was $1.
Oh, really? I paid more
It might
than
have.
that for that game.
I might have bought it for a little bit more because I got it on the Switch.
Yeah, me too.
So I think I got it for like $5, but like it's a good game. Like, in my opinion, I would pay $20 for this game. It's that good.
Yeah.
Like, it's really good. So this game, this mine has been quiet and calm for many years. There's some backstory. But something has changed. Thoughts have started to emerge, taking the shape of nightmarish creatures. Creatures. Sorry, needed water. Who spread fear wherever they go. The only hope is for the grumpy Dusty, who's the main character that you play, the mine's former voice of courage, to get back to his old self and help the mind face its fears. You join Dusty and his ever-optimistic friend Piper, who's the bird.
Yeah.
Which reminded me of Navi.
Yeah, your bird companion.
On an adventure throughout the sections of the mind, solving puzzles to set things straight, beating back the nightmares to seek and restore what's been lost. The game was drawn in such a way so that each area has a completely different color scheme and art style. While you are in each area solving the puzzles and defending the mind, you get to enjoy a diverse musical experience.
True.
The musical experience in this game is fantastic.
It's so good.
It's
extremely dynamic.
I didn't expect to like it as much as I do. I'm not a huge musicals fan, but the score, the soundtrack, everything in this game is just, it keeps you going and you want more.
Everything here is broken.
Which is why it's playing it in the background, and at some points the baddies sing to you, which is also hilarious. This game takes you on a journey to face fears that are plaguing the mind. Dusty, the voice of courage, has to rid areas of the nightmares and put the mind at peace, using both the sword and your mind to solve puzzles and defeat the boss nightmares. It was created by a company called Bedtime Digital Games, and they're actually located in Aalborg, Denmark.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which I did not know. So the original release date for this game was back in September of 2007. It got to the Switch in 2009. And it came to, 2019. My bad. And it came to Steam, PC, and major consoles in 2019. Yeah, that's right. The average price for this game is about $20 USD. Currently, it's on sale on Steam for like, it's $2 Canadian, so I don't know, $1.50 US. And the reason is because they have an upcoming release of Figment 2. They said nothing. They didn't say anything at the end of the game. No updates, nothing. Until surprise! So there are so many interesting characters, and the puzzles, when I was playing this, the puzzles, like, some of the puzzles took me a minute. I was like, hang on a second, how do I get this to here, right?
Yeah.
How do I get this to here? And then, but it's such a beautiful game. And you have to put your whole mind into it, which is hilarious because it's a game about the mind.
Right.
But then adding that in is the story on top of that, right?
Yeah.
The story that you go through while playing this game is just, it gets you in the feels. It gets you in the feels.
I know the puzzles are challenging because there's a puzzle I haven't passed yet. I played this game probably about 2/3
Oh yeah?
and then put it down and got distracted by something and never finished it. So when you said you were playing it, I was like, oh wait, I know this game. And then you got to a point where like, I no longer know this game.
Well, it's funny because I played it on stream, and I had a couple of people helping me, which was great. Valvewind being one of them, and one of the big, one of the puzzles that I ran into, that was really hard, was how you blow the clouds away in the correct order, as Valvewind said. That would hurt me.
Yeah, very challenging.
It is a challenging but rewarding game. And that's where I love games like that, when they are challenging yet rewarding.
Yeah.
If you're just challenging and like there's nothing, there's no achievements, there's no happiness at the end or whatever, I'm just like, okay, I guess this is okay. But figuring out how to get yourself through the mind in all the different fields, how to defeat all the enemies, how to not get hit by all of the stuff. Like if you can see in the background, there's like this wave thing that goes through.
Right.
That part alone took me about an hour to get through, because I had to run on books, and it was like nightmare fog that was coming at me, and I was like, okay, how do I get through this?
Yeah.
You just got to be like,
I mean, it's a platformer, right? So, and the combat is real time.
The combat is real time,
which I always find challenging.
You know what? I didn't find the combat as challenging as I found the puzzles. The combat was actually pretty good. It wasn't mind-numbing. So a lot of platformers are like, the combat can be very mind-numbing. And I agree with Valvewind. And the boss's songs were all unique and interesting. They were. Every boss was a different, unique experience. So there's 3 different nightmares, and you have to battle them all to get their masks. And the spider is fought one way, and then the 4-leg, the red mask guys fought a different way, and then. And he was even a challenge. I kept going back and forth trying to figure out how to beat him, right? And then, and you can hear that, one boss has, again, like Valvewind said, one boss has different music style than the other one. One boss is like super metally. One boss is super pop. Like, it's not necessarily poppy, but like. Not such a jam going on. So yeah, it's such a. It made my heart happy playing this game. Like when I finished it, I was like, I felt a sense of accomplishment, and I felt good after it. It wasn't one of those games that like made me feel like,
I feel like I should go back and finish it to try and get that sense of accomplishment, because at the moment, I know that when I put it down, I was like, I need to put this down now. It is driving me crazy.
Yeah.
And I think it was something to do with where I was in the books level. I just could not figure
out. The books, yes. So, that's the part that took me the longest. It was the books level. The books level took me the longest. And I mean, if you want some assistance, I'm happy to help. I'll try. I won't give you like the exact answer, but I'll try and point you in the right direction.
That would be amazing, because I was just like,
yeah. I mean, like, and I watched this video, and I'm like, I want to kind of replay it again, because I just love the music, but I ended up buying the soundtrack, so which is pretty awesome. So I can just tap my foot through the jazz and through the metal and through the through the poppy spider.
I need time to make
Oh, such a good soundtrack. So the next thing that's coming out for
soon comes the day. There are sights you
bedtime
must
digital
see
games
to
is
believe that.
Figment 2, which they have called Creed Valley.
Far away, but I
So
know
Creed Valley
I will
is
see
in
you again.
the Next Fest Steam demos. You can get a demo of it. There's a prologue as well. Don't do the prologue. It came out in January. It was a teaser for the demo coming out. So basically, it's exactly the same thing over again.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize that. So heads up on that.
Good to know.
Oh, excuse me. So I did the demo yesterday on stream. And unless you want to be unless you want to be a gamer and do it in 10 minutes. The prologue, there's a challenge to do the entire thing in 10 minutes. I was so close to being it done in 10 minutes. It took me a couple of tries, but I had it almost done in 10 minutes. Once you figure out all the puzzles.
Soon comes the day. There are sights
So,
you must
played the demo.
see to
It got us to the
believe
first
that.
boss and beat the first boss.
Hold on, I might be
And
far away, but I know I will see
where you're going now is you're still in the
But I
mind,
know
but at the
I
same
will
time, you're going into a
see
different
you
section of the
again.
mind. So you're going into the belief system, which is called Creed Valley.
I was thinking that Creed must have something to do with beliefs. Because the first
Yeah,
one is
so-
called... Is it just Figment, or does it have a subtitle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just Figment. So, like, Figment is like, of your imagination kind of thing, in your mind. So this is Figment 2, Creed Valley. And yes, it is all located inside of the belief system,
Interesting.
which is super interesting, and the mind being open to learning new things, and
I'm
maybe not
coming back
getting
to
as
the
many things done,
surface.
or
Through
the mind being
alleys
closed to new,
of
new
my
beliefs and stuff like that, and
mind.
getting a lot of
Everything
stuff done.
here is
And that's
broken.
the battle in this part.
I need
Without giving
time
too much
to
away,
make
or
it
any of what I've
right.
seen. That's what you're going through in Figment 2, and it has another, from what I've already experienced, another great musical score. They don't disappoint. This, bedtime digital games does not disappoint. And I'm so excited to give them my money so I can play Creed Valley. I definitely give it 10 out of 10 pipers.
Oh.
I enjoyed, as frustrating as some of the sections were, and you really had to look at it in a different light, or it was so good, and the dialogue was good, and the story was good, and my heart just I cried a little bit at the end. I was like, oh my god, so that's what happened, when you get there, you're just
you must see to believe that.
That's cool.
but then and then you just you get a good happy feeling after that, and it's yes. I'm excited to hand them my money for this game.
Take my money. Take my money.
Take my money.
You would say it's uplifting?
Yes.
I mean,
it has uplifting moments. It maybe not as the most uplifting all the time. It can be very frustrating,
right.
At the same time, but
you mentioned having a happy feeling when you finished it, so I imagine the resolution must be satisfying.
It was a very satisfying resolution. It was a very satisfying resolution. I will definitely, yes, exactly. There is a range of emotions.
Well, I was certainly feeling a range of emotions playing this game, so
A lot. Some of it is angry. Some of it you're like, oh my god, how could I done that? You know, like, why did I not think of that before?
Getting this.
Yeah, but you know what? Give your, like, honestly, if you just sit there, take a step back, and look at it like you would with any other, mind puzzle, it will come to you.
There are sights you must see to believe that. Hold on,
I love this game so much. I just keep watching the trailer over and over again.
I will see you again.
So what's playing is the trailer from Steam.
Okay.
Sorry, not from Steam. From Bedtime Digital Games. I was able to download it from their site.
Oh, okay. So that's our visual aid.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, it's pretty good because it doesn't give anything away while still showing you,
right?
What you need to know about the gameplay. So,
yeah,
good idea.
Oh, and the dialogue.
The dialogue is very good.
It's such good dialogue. It's poetic and hilarious and punny all at the same time.
Yeah.
So hold on and soon comes the day. There are sights you must see
I like the
to
way
believe
that
that.
your companion
I
character
might
is
be far away, but I know I will see you again.
And I like the way
But
that
she gives you-
she kind of
I
kicks your
will
butt.
see you again.
She gives you just enough like support to get it done. But then when you get stuck in a part, like if you watch the trailer and you see the book part that is there, that's where it took me forever. And I was like, at one point, I was like, you know what, Piper, you can go away now.
Yeah.
You can just
This is not helpful.
stop talking. But you know what? I think the end of the game made it even better because I had that moment where it was like, oh my god, I can do this though.
Right.
I will get this done,
Yeah.
It was definitely a game that I wanted to like keep playing until completion.
Yeah. And so how long is this
Coming
game?
back to the surface.
So it took me 4 streams, I think, so that was about 12 hours. But that's streaming time. You can finish this game in anywhere from 5.5 to 7 hours.
So hold on and
Yeah.
soon comes
Is
the
it,
day. There
how
are
would you
sights you must see
estimate
to
it?
believe that.
Would you play it
I
a
don't-
Hold on, I might be far
don't
away,
know.
but I know.
Maybe like down the road in a couple of years when it's not so fresh in my mind.
When the puzzles are still puzzles?
When the puzzles are still puzzles instead of me knowing all the answers to them. Yes, I would just to have a game where it's like if I'm going on a long bus ride, I would or a train ride or whatever. I would play this game because you just get so sucked into it and so focused that like time just goes by fast. So I would say maybe eventually there could be some replayability into it. Even if I never replay it again, I'm glad that I did play it.
I don't replay a lot of games, so I was just curious on
So
is this so good
hold on
It
and
is.
soon comes the day. There are
I'm hoping
sights you must
that
see
they
to believe that.
Creed Valley goes over well, so they'll make me a third one.
Hold on, I might
haven't even
be
played
far
Creed Valley,
away,
sort of.
but
I haven't.
I will see
That's what I feel.
You already want a third one.
But I know
I already want a third one.
see you again.
Bedtime Digital Games, please, can I have a third one after Creed Valley?
Yeah.
Just keep making them. Keep making them.
Keep going into other
Please.
things. Maybe
Please.
next time it can be archetypes.
Yeah.
Or something.
Just cool. Yeah, so that's my review.
That's good. No, I mean, very broad, very not spoilery. Good review. I give it.
Thank you.
I give it 8 out of 8 pipers.
Nice. Nice. So, okay, so you've played this game up to a point. What would you give it from what you've played so far?
It's definitely... I just kind of wish that the level of the puzzles was a little more balanced, or that the progression was a little more clear. So I would give it...
So hold on, and soon comes the day. There are sights you must see to believe them.
It's still pretty good for not finishing the game.
Yeah.
I might be far away, but I know I will
want to play it soon. So
yeah.
That's motivation for me to go back to it and finish it, because the sequel looks very interesting to me, and I like supporting developers making games that I want to play. So
yeah, for sure. Valve made a joke. Figment 47, the great Disney theme park line.
Yeah. Ooh, golly.
Oh, also, if you do get it on Steam, because you don't have a Switch, it is controller compatible, and it does play well on a controller.
Yeah.
It's probably easier on a controller, to be honest, this game. But I mean, again, that's subjective, but I played on a controller. I find it much easier too.
So
I don't really play games that aren't
soon comes the day. There are sights you must see.
WASD system has never worked for me, which is why I wasn't a PC gamer.
Hold on, I might be far away, but
so thanks for listening to my review of Figment.
But I know I will see you again.
Next week, Cookie will be bringing us a look back at Spiritfarer and the two recent DLCs that dropped in the last few months.
Yeah, and
that's exciting.
Yeah, and so I'm hoping to have someone to come on and talk about it with us, TBA. But yeah, Spiritfarer, which I played obsessively from beginning to end not that long ago. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I keep looking at it going, that looks like an interesting game, but then it goes on my list of that looks like an interesting game.
Yeah, until you actually
right
say,
now I'm
I'll give it a try, and then you're like, whoa, wait a second.
Right now I'm deep into Chicory.
Oh, okay.
All of my feelings are inside that game at the moment. So. It's which will also be a review once I finish it. So.
You know, the benefit of only doing one game a week is that we have time to play the games that we want to review.
This is true. So the Petal Cafe podcast is recorded live on Twitch every Sunday afternoon and then uploaded as a podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, and wherever you get your podcasts by Tuesdays.
I might be far away, but I know I will see you
at the Petal Cafe, all one word, and turn your notifications on, or send us a DM and get an invitation to our Discord server. If you'd like more of us, check the links in the chat, comments, or show notes for all the places you can find Biscuit, me, and whoever we happen to be interviewing if we have a guest.
If you want to support this podcast and our efforts to bring you wholesome video game news every week, we'd love you to check out our brand new fan house. Check out fanhouse.app/The Petal Cafe, where for the price of a coffee, you'll get access to all the things we're still working on, giveaways and more.
Thanks for hanging out with us, and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Cheers.
So hold on, and soon comes the day. There are sights you must see to believe.